As part of my foundation course videos, today I'm going to talk about some of the foundations for dry, very dry and mature skin that I personally like. I'm going to start with Chanel's Vitalumiere, and this is different from Vitalumiere Aqua, so don't get confused by the two. This is a foundation which has been in my kit for years, I think probably since it launched, and I really love it. I love the smell of it. I don't know why I love the smell of it. It's kind of a, I can't even describe it. It's sort of, I don't know, I'm sort of addicted to the smell. It is a very beautiful foundation for a dry and even a very dry skin. It's a light coverage. You can build it up to medium, but it just gives the skin such a beautiful glow. It's very dewy but very natural looking. I've used it on all age groups. I've used it on really young girls. I've used it on older ladies for the red carpet. It is SPF 15, but I have used it quite a few times on the red carpet and I haven't noticed any unfortunate flashback. It only comes in 8 shades, which is the downside of it. It's you're not going to have, there's not a shade for everyone there, but if you do find that they have your shade, I can absolutely recommend it as a lovely hydrating dewy foundation. Next is Laura Mercier's Cream Smooth Foundation, and this gives the skin a really beautiful appearance. A little bit goes a long way. I really can't stress that enough. It's very, very pigmented, very, very creamy. And I suggest that you only apply a small amount at a time because you won't believe how much mileage you can get out of it. Apply a small amount, really blend that in, and then you can add more. It's much better to do it that way around than to add a lot in the beginning because then it can start to look like a mask. It's a really good foundation if you have a lot of red in your skin to cover and just a lot of things that need concealing because it will conceal any redness or any marks on the skin. Contains lots of skincare ingredients, peptide complexes and smoothing ingredients as well. So it's good if you have lumps and bumps as well to cover. And just really blend it in very, very well and build up slowly. It's quite expensive, but it will last you a long time. It doesn't contain any SPF, so it photographs really nicely. And honestly, your skin just looks completely flawless when you've got it on. And it is available in 12 shades. Another great foundation that I love is Bourjois' Healthy Mix Serum Foundation. Not to be confused with the original Healthy Mix, which is much better on more of a combination skin or a normal to combination. This foundation has a very lightweight, dewy finish. I've used it on loads and loads of people with a normal to dry skin, and I just love that very, very natural. It's dewy without being too shiny. It looks really real. It's great. It doesn't sort of highlight pores. It looks good in daylight. It's not sort of shiny and glittery in any way. And it's a very natural looking foundation. I actually use this on myself as well, although I have combination skin. But I like to use this in the winter because I like a really dewy look to my skin. For me, I always have to put powder over the top of it on my T-zone, but it's worth it for me because I just love the finish so much. But I've used it on loads of people with normal to dry skin. For normal to dry skin, you probably don't need to powder it, but it just gives a great, beautiful, natural finish, and it's full of vitamins and nice skincare ingredients as well. So I really like it. My favourite foundation for a very dry and mature skin is Bobbi Brown's Tinted Moisturising Balm, and this smells amazing. It's full of incredible ingredients like shea butter, evening primrose oil, geranium oil, grapefruit oil, and it's such a pleasure to use. It is more of a sort of a tinted balm, so it's not a full coverage foundation. It's more light to medium, but you can build it. Very, very natural looking, and it's just wonderful for anyone that wants, who's got very dry skin, who's always dreamt of that lovely dewy glow to their skin, because it really does give you that incredible dewy sheen to the skin. And I like it because I always hate it when you get those foundations that are for dry skin that all the manufacturers done is put loads and loads of pearl in it, and they think that if you're twinkling and look really glittery, then you're going to look moisturized and your dry skin is going to look better. I absolutely hate that type of effect, because you just look like, you know, like Edward Cullen in sunlight. And for me, I want a foundation or a tinted moisturiser for a dry skin to really impart the skin with that wonderful, dewy, glowy, moist gorgeousness. And this balm really does it. It's not cheap, but you don't need to use loads. I mean, a little goes a long way. The pot is probably not the most hygienic if you're going to be dipping your fingers in every day, so I suggest you invest in a little spatula, and that way you can just take out enough and work from the back of your hand. But it's just a pleasure to massage in. It doesn't stick into any dry flaky bits. It is perfect if you have lots of fine lines or wrinkles. It doesn't stick in them. And of course you can use concealer on top of it, so if you do have anything that needs extra coverage, just go ahead and conceal on top. And if you want to, you could even powder on top if you find it, you know, too dewy. A foundation that I use quite a lot on shoots is the Bobbi Brown Stick Foundation, and this is great. You can either use it all over, or you can just use it to sort of conceal certain areas. So if you just need, if you're someone with dry skin that has a few red patches but you don't want to completely cover your face, it's very portable, so perfect for in the handbag if you need to do touch-ups throughout the day. You can almost use it like a foundation concealer. It is full of fatty acids, so it's really good for hydrating and keeping that skin moisturized. It has a dewy finish, which if you want to, you could put a little bit of powder on top if you didn't like that effect, but I find it really nice. I apply it with a brush usually and really sort of thin it out. It's definitely buildable, so if you want more of a medium coverage or you want to almost use it like a concealer, then you can just add more and build up, and it does the job really well. So they are some of my favourite foundations for dry and very dry skin. A lot of it is personal preference. If you are struggling with foundation though, do check out the other videos in this series. I think it'll help you a lot. Thanks for watching.